Back to the starting lineup with Scott Purrier, Ned Reynolds, and Art Haynes on your home for the St. Louis Cardinals. 102.1 The One.
And we welcome you back to the starting lineup, and thank you very much for being with us. Ned Reynolds along with
Scott Purrier.
Art Haynes will be with us a little bit later on. Fire away.
Cleaning up a little bit of our questions there earlier, thanks to Corey Riggs for the info. That tournament starts over in Huntsville on the 10th, which is Tuesday. Yeah. With play-in games. But once they get into the meat of it, the women play the first two games each day, then the men play at 5:30 and 8 each night. And then the semifinals at flip-flops for the CBS Sports to do the television and get them in the afternoons there. So, and then on the breakdown of the men's basketball tiebreaker, between two teams, head-to-head results obviously is the one there. Between three or more teams, conduct a mini round robin among the tied teams. The team with the highest winning percentage will receive the higher seed. When comparing records against single teams or groups of teams, the highest winning percentage prevails, even if the number of games played is unequal. So somebody with a math degree is probably going to have to figure out if the Bears were to lose and the other three teams were to win, which all three are home, you could conceivably have a four-way tie for ninth, and then two teams are not going to be – it'll be like, what was the movie? Was it Friday Night Lights where they had the coin toss? That it decided. I
believe it was, yeah.
Who was going to the playoffs, and that may be the case here as well, too. So let's get into the high school stuff. Take a deep breath because there's a lot to get to here. We'll start with last night's results on the boys' classes 4, 5, and 6 district side, the semifinals. At Kickapoo in Class 6, Kickapoo beats Republic 65-38. Nixa beats Branson 68-56. Branson was a 7 seed that had knocked off Glendale to move into that game. Class 5 at Hillcrest, the Hornets win 72-48 over Central. Carl Junction beats Willard 64-60 in the other semifinal. Class 4 at Bolivar, Logan Rogersville rolls over Mountain Grove 87-51. Bolivar beats Buffalo 69-51. Class 4 at Hollister, Forsyth beats Hollister 49-36. Springfield Catholic goes into the championship game 59-43 win over Clever. And then at Nevada beats Monette 69-46, and Mount Vernon 68-63 over East Newton in that Class 4 semifinal. So tonight we switch to, let's start with the big schools, the classes 4, 5, and 6 championship games on the girls' side. Here's your games and your times tonight if you want to get out and watch some hoops. At Republic in Class 6, it's Kickapoo and Nixa girls. That's a 6 o'clock start. And the starts are kind of all over the board on these this weekend, or the start times, so we'll get those to you. Class 5, Marshfield and West Plains out at Hillcrest, 7 o'clock tonight. Those two met, and Guy will talk about this, but Marshfield won in double OT last time they played, so that should be a dandy. Class 4, Stratford girls and Rogersville girls at Rogersville, 6 o'clock start there. Again, Coach Corey Watts of the Lady Wildcats going to join us at 8:30 today. Class 4, also Reed Spring girls versus Aurora at Hollister, 6 o'clock tip there. And then the other Class 4 championship game tonight in the region, Nevada versus Cassville at Nevada at 6 o'clock. Tomorrow afternoon, Classes 4, 5, and 6 championship games on the boys, and these are the times that are all over the board. Class 6, Kickapoo Nixa at Kickapoo. That's a 4 o'clock tip-off. Kickapoo Nixa on both sides in that district there. Class 5, Hillcrest versus Carl Junction at Willard. That's a 1 o'clock tip. Class 4, Rogersville and Bolivar. That's at Bolivar. That's a 6 o'clock tomorrow night tip. Class 4, Forsyth and Catholic. That's at Hollister. And a 3 o'clock tip-off. And then Class 4, Nevada and Mount Vernon at Nevada. That's a 1 o'clock tip. Taking our breath there.
And these are all listed in the newspaper, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, they used to be 20 years ago. That's why we're doing this, because there's people. We'll go find them, and Guy goes and find them, and Chris Parker and the Ozone. Those are your places to go look if you don't want to listen to us go through this. But there aren't a lot of people that are going to take that effort. So, State Quarterfinals, Classes 1, 2, and 3. Tonight are the girls' State Quarterfinals. In Class 1, Walnut Grove, 25-4 versus Delta, 25-4. That's down at Mountain View Liberty. Also in Class 1, St. Elizabeth, 27-2 versus Hume at Lincoln. In Class 2, Norwood girls 26-3 versus Marionville. That'll be a fun one. Marionville's 25-5. That's up at Bolivar High School. And then tonight at Nixa High School in Class 3, Willow Springs 22-6 versus Skyline 23-6. And then on the boys' side, these are tomorrow, all at 1 o'clock. It's Class 1 Cooter versus Bunker. Bunker, Rod Gorman coach team there. Cooter 25-5, Bunker 27-2. Please, dear God, let the score table crew and the scorebook and everything add up.
Where is the game?
It's at Van Buren. Yeah, so Cooter will be all over that, making a replay happen. Class 1 as well, Wheatland 21-9 versus Kingsville boys in the state quarterfinals. Kingsville 24-5 at Clinton. Class 2, Eugene 24-5 versus Crane 26-3 at Buffalo High School. In Class 3, Principia versus Dixon at Mexico. And of course, Principia was here for the basketball tournament champions. 26-2. Their only 2 losses were in the TSC.
These were TSC teams that they lost to. And that's it.
That's
this
it.
This Principia team's pretty good.
And the defending state champion, And then in Class 3, Mountain View Liberty 27-2 against the Skyline boys 19-9. That's at Republic High School, and those are all at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Just by way of, for the audience who might not realize it, this is the Elite 8 of these teams. It's the quarterfinals. The winners all go on to Columbia for 2 more games.
Yes, they do. And so that's your lineup. Lots of basketball tonight. The girls' district championships in 4, 5, and 6. Girls' state quarterfinals in 1, 2, and 3. And tomorrow, boys' championships and all of the above at various times during the day. Let's take our timeout now. We'll come back and get into some meat of these games with Guy Newcomb.
You are listening to the starting lineup. Delighted to have you with us. Don't go away. Back in a second.
You're listening to the starting lineup with Scott Puryear, Ned Reynolds, and Art Haynes on 102.1 The One.